There's a good chance you've played Minecraft before. Odds are you've gone through the 2 week phase as well. That weird thing where you, maybe a few friends, hop on a Minecraft world, fuck around for a bit, and then slowly over the span of a week or two, all leave. It's weird and most of us can relate to it. But I'm not going to talk about that today. If you want to watch someone talk about that weird phenomenon, there's plenty of videos on it. But today, I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be going through and talking about my 2 week Minecraft phase. Oh no. Why do we have to start on a mountain? I woke up on the side of the mountain and decided to immediately start climbing to the top to get a good vantage point of the surrounding area. Oh, snow. Actually, not so much snow over there. And actually a village. I noticed that there was a village and immediately headed below to take all their stuff like the loot goblin I really am. I found a few pieces of armor, grabbed a handful of potatoes, and stole a bed while I was there as I don't have to hunt sheep for the first night. Also came across this ruined portal and found a lodestone inside, so that's pretty neat. I don't get to work in snow biomes often, so I decided to stay here and build my base, which I immediately regret as I fall into a giant pile of powdered snow. So right here in this little flat patch is where I'm going to get set it up at. Oh no. Oh no, this is a lot. By the time I reached the bottom of the mountain, it was getting dark, so I decided to sleep through the first night and officially begin day 2. I spent most of the day gathering materials like wood, stone, and coal in the nearby area, and by the end of day 2, I started to build my first house. It started to get dark, so I quickly grabbed the rest of my stuff, brought it inside, and slept through the night. First thing in the morning, I decided to immediately begin working on the house again. Eventually, I decided to start picking up as many snowballs as I can get my hands on, because I made the horrible decision of trying to build my roof out of snow blocks, not knowing I would have to tear it down and rebuild it several times over. I need more snowballs for my roof. I need more snowballs for my roof. I'm gonna figure out how to make these snow. Day 4 was mostly just chores. Gathered some snow, did some light terraforming. Good thing I got the dirt. Make another shovel. Yeah, but iron's a very limited resource. You should use it for like a pickaxe or something like that, or like maybe like a bucket or something. Shut up. I'll use my iron for what I feel fit. Immediately after finishing the roof, I didn't like it, so I tore it down and started again.
Damn, I messed up. We gotta go bald, fam.
I spent the rest of day 4 and the morning of day 5 finishing the roof. Yeah, just because I can always turn them back. Let me just turn all these into snow sheets. Because I can always turn them back just by placing them down. Okay, yep, I'm gonna need more and more snow. Because I figured out how to get to look alike. They'll get to look like I want and like it to look. Good lord. Would you believe me if I told you that English was my first language and is also currently my only language?
Throwing flashbang.
You know what? It's not perfect, but I like it. Like the next step is to try to, I guess, look for things to grow. I have potatoes, I have pumpkin seeds, and I have wheat seeds. And that's enough to get some decent farming going. But if I can find sugarcane, I can make pumpkin pies, and it'll be a halfway decent source of food. But for now, all I got is these berries, and they suck so much. I mean, yeah, they work, but they give fuck all when it comes to healing. I climbed a nearby mountain to scope out the area, but by the time I reached the top, it was snowing and I could barely see anything. So I decided to turn back home for now. Hey chat, how do you tell someone that those numbers you just up and randomly sent them has no real significance except for being the coordinates of your base in Minecraft? of my base in a world that only I'm playing in. Still not satisfied, I continue to explore the nearby areas when I found a pretty sizable plains biome and a weird floating igloo for some reason. Wait a second, I can make some boots. Powdered snow be damned. I've conquered nature. Eventually, I was able to find some sugarcane at the bottom of the mountain, but as I turned around to go home, I got impaled by random drown and nearly died. Yes, on the sugarcane. Hell yeah, we got what we needed, chat. Ow. Ow. What a bastard. That hurt and scared the crap out of me at the same time. Alright, let's go swim over to this side so we start heading back home, I guess. By the time I got home, it has already become day 7. Hey, look at that, chat. We're home, finally. And we've made a bucket, chat. Why I keep on referring you as chat, I don't know. Now having a bucket and wanting to start a farm, I explored nearby areas to see if I could find some water that wasn't a marathon away. Okay, there is ice spikes over here, which usually means water, kind of. Maybe I'm coping. I just don't feel like running all the way back there just for a bucket of water and then coming back. You're telling me there was sugarcane and water at a much closer source? I eventually did, and I decided to pick up some sand while I was there, as I was going to need a lot of glass. Brad made the decision to make a greenhouse. This place is fucking cold. Hello, friend. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I was just saying hello. Yeah, back off, Stinky. You're still chasing me? I'm trying to leave you alone. What do you want from me? What's up, bear? What a loser. What if I... Okay, hear me out. What if I were to... Hear me out. Okay, listen to me. You hear me out? What if You're not listening. Pay attention. Hey, look over here. Pay attention. What if I were to make a skeleton farm and had powdered snow at the bottom to convert it into a... what's it called? Fuck, I forgot the name. A stray farm. Once I got home, it was dark, so I decided to sleep through the night and officially start week 2. Alright, week 2. It's gonna be about kind of cleaning this place up, making it less nice, and more importantly, making a stable food source. Hopefully I got even close to enough glass. Or sand. Or enough glass. Okay, let me actually grab some materials and start planning this out. I'm gonna try to use as little wood as possible so I can get as much out of this glass as I can. But still enough wood that I save on some glass. Having most of the materials I needed, I decided now is as good as time as I need to start working on the greenhouse. I thought that was going to be easy, maybe take a day, maybe a day and a half, and not realizing I'd run out of materials multiple times, it'd take me 3 whole days. Kind of rushing on time. Part of the thing is to actually get done, is to force myself to get done my task in a reasonable amount of time. Basically giving myself 2 in-game Minecraft weeks to actually do a sizable task, or at least a half-decent sizable task, is kind of not crazy, but when it gets to bigger projects, I'm going to be very crushed on time, and I'm probably going to have to take 4 to 6 in-game weeks. Who knows? I don't. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You're so mean to me, like, for no reason. I'm just sitting here, minding my business. Okay, let me take a step back and see how I like this so far. Okay, that's not so bad. I like that. Hold up. I'm beginning to like this. Let me just repeat this on the other side. How much glass? Ooh, this is going to take a lot of glass. More glass than I think I have, which sucks because I thought I would have enough glass. Which means I got to go back and run over to the beach, grab more sand. Wait a second. Okay, maybe this is enough glass. I managed to finish the greenhouse early on day 11. I was actually pretty happy about how it turned out. I've never really been good at building anything that wasn't basically just a box with a door. I did have to get a little bit creative about where I put the water so I could both hide it and keep it from freezing over. And eventually I started to fill the place with crypts. I wrote crypts instead of crops. Where am I going to put the bloods at? Eventually, I just sat and AFK'd in the greenhouse overnight just to help the crops grow a little bit. The greenhouse was done, but I thought that the place could use a little sprucing up, and I wanted to decorate some. And I proceeded to do just that, filling holes, making paths, replacing windows, and some light terraforming. Wait, I almost forgot. Finishing touches. Now it's done. Now I got 2 days left of no plans. I guess I can decorate this place, fill in some holes. I guess, yeah, that would work. That works out perfectly fine. Now that I'm actually running low on time, I'm kind of clamoring to get everything done on time. You know what I mean? Why is that a thing with me? All of a sudden, time's running low, and I'm working as fast as I can. I got plenty of time. I'm working at a snail's pace. Running low on time? Pick up the pace, dumbass. We're running out of time. We skipped to day 14 because my inability to double check if I'm recording or not, and I didn't really notice till the night of day 14. Luckily, I didn't do too much. I did a little bit more decorating, fought some mobs for some resources, and made a fishing rod, kind of hoping I would get my hands on a mending book early. And most importantly, tamed a dog. I named him Biscuit. I need to find a name tag for him. After fishing till the sun started to set, I decided to make my way back home so I'm gonna gather some more materials and prep for next time. Run, Biscuit. Inside, Bubba. Oh, good dog. Good dog. Nope, there's not much I can do, so I guess we sleep through the night and then call it there. I may not rest, there's monsters nearby. Oh, you're right. Hey, I got a pearl. After dealing with that final distraction, there was nothing else for me to do, so I decided to just go to sleep and end my 2-week phase. A little bit off script here, but thank you for watching if you did stay throughout the entire thing. I don't really do scripted content, but I really wanted to try and get my hands dirty with it. And it actually was fun. I did notice that like halfway through my recording that this is basically the same thing as 100 days but shorter, and I don't know why it took me that long to realize, but I did have fun doing it, and I do want to make some more. So if you want to see some more, let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing. It feels really weird to ask people to do that, and I don't know why. And sorry for the egregiously long time in between videos. I did move, which took up a lot of time and resources, and then once I did actually finish moving, it took a long time to get stable, you know, get a job, fully adjust to now being kind of really far from where I grew up, and it's kind of weird and also really rough mentally. But thank you for sticking around, and see you next time.